Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching The Big Bang Theory. This is the 8th episode of the 11th season. Hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you'd like to watch today's full episode, it is available for in the link in the description below. Just click in it, put the password in, and enjoy. So last episode, interestingly, we kind of nearly established Raj potentially being in a new relationship. You know, do you remember when that new female started at Bernadette's work and she wanted to kind of, I don't know, invite her out, get her welcome to the city, and then in the bar, Howard told them where he was, and it was, Raj and Stuart coming in. And then he tried to court her, and then he kind of made it all awkward. Well, last episode, Howard and Raj, he was sat in a bar watching cricket. She was in the corner. She was on her own. He invited her over. Howard didn't really like the cricket. He thought it was boring. Those two was bonding. He bounced, left them together. Turns out they end up kind of liking each other, slept with each other. Now they're in a friends with benefit, casual sort of relationship. Now we all know Raj, he thinks deep, he thinks too far into the future, and he goes a bit crazy. However, he's doing his best to try and keep it on a simple, level playing field. Now, it's going to be interesting to see because, as he progresses forward, the real side of him will potentially actually come out. But we are getting towards the end of the show, and maybe it's time for him to settle down and establish himself as, a happy coupled up person. Everybody else is, why not Raj as well? So I'm really excited to see that and obviously what we do with it. And obviously in the last episode, Bert wanted to work with Sheldon to basically collaborate on a project. Sheldon was kind of, looking down on him from geology, didn't want people to know that he was working in the field. And then obviously Bert found out, felt hurt, and obviously quit kind of working with him. When Sheldon had a conversation with everybody, they was like, yeah, you should actually, engage if it's something that you actually really want to do and feel like it's got some weight behind it, then who cares what people think about you. He went back to Bert to apologise, but he'd already been replaced. Who with? Well, it was Leonard. Yes, he's already got in there, took his spot, and now he's kind of rubbing it into Sheldon's face as well. And I thought it was going to be Quick Kid, to be honest. It seems to be always him that beats him to the punch, but it was Leonard this time, which was pretty funny as well. So I did enjoy the last episode. Hopefully today's is just as good. If you do enjoy it, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump into today's episode.
Saw the movie?
Before Sheldon gets here? Last time we did that, he didn't talk to us for a month. So do it.
Where is he?
According to his text, he was on the second floor, then he stopped to tie his shoe.
Hello.
Hi.
Sorry we're late. Amy took forever tying my shoe. This is about the rivalry between a cool renegade scientist, Nikola Tesla, and his arch nemesis, Thomas Edison.
Tesla's the one that invented the electric car?
No, Penny, no. The car is just named after him.
Okay, you don't have to be so smug about it. You went to see the movie It because you thought it was about scary IT guys.
Tesla was a genius who invented our electrical grid. Edison just wanted to get rich and famous.
Didn't he invent the light bulb?
That's what he wants you to think. But
Edison was kind of a publicity hog and a bully.
Yeah, he electrocuted an elephant named Topsy just to make himself famous.
worse than that, Edison filmed the first on-screen kiss, so he's basically a pornographer.
Is your current still alternating?
We're lucky there aren't any elephants in here.
That documentary last night was actually better than I thought it would be.
Should have been about Samuel Morse, the way they telegraphed that ending.
I already pretended to laugh at that joke once. Do I have to do it again?
Leonard, can you drive me to work?
Yeah, sure. Oh, hey, the guys and I were talking about going to see the Tesla coil at the observatory later on, if you want to join.
Oh, I'm sorry I can't. I'm busy.
Why, what are you doing?
Leonard, what are you doing? You said he can't go. Make a sad face. Move on.
Classified and top secret.
Hold on, are you still working for the military?
I'm so glad you figured that out. It was killing me keeping it a secret.
You better not be working on our project because we're a team.
Leonard, there is no I in team. However, there is an I in I'm working with the military and you're not.
What are you two doing here?
We won't stay long. I just wanted to drop something off for me and the girls at work.
None of the girls at work like me enough to get me a gift.
Okay, so you'll know why everyone at the office has the same handwriting. Take all the time you need.
Yeah, just turn off your brain and let your uterus do its magic. Star of the show now.
Brain sometimes,
I
isn't it?
should let you guys stay. Now I know, get out!
Thanks for coming. That bitch. I'm talking about Rushi. She's after my job. Why do you think she said take all the time you need?
I'm only saying this because I love you and because you can't reach me from that bed, but you sound a little crazy.
I love you too, but I could fling this card in your eye like a ninja throwing star.
Do you know, it wouldn't surprise me if he would be able to like launch his card. Have you ever seen people like throw like a single card like out of a deck and they like basically ping it so fast that they like basically cut stuff in half? You know, not just the generic piece of paper that you can throw it at, but like they'll, I don't know, get an apple or something and it'll stick inside of it, or they'll, you know, like chop like something off. It's like, it's crazy the skill that some people have, but I don't know. Obviously, as the episode kind of progresses, we'll potentially get more unraveled towards us, you know, because we kind of dropped this in now. But do you reckon that she's going for a job or not? Or do you reckon that she's just being a kind of like a nice person? It's interesting. I think potentially she's being a nice person, but I'm all open to changing mind once more information is revealed. You know, I feel like she turned up because Raj wants to go there. Maybe that was the main factor of it. However, the more we see, the more we know, the more we'll guess.
He better not be working on our guidance system. That was my idea.
Why don't we call Colonel Williams and find out what's going on?
Hi, sir. Leonard has a question.
Hey, is Sheldon working on our project again?
Did he say that?
No, he wouldn't tell us.
Oh. So he can keep his mouth shut. Dr. Cooper contacted us with an idea on how to modify your technology into a communications system, and it seemed interesting. And he was your team leader.
Well, who said he was team leader?
He did. And I like that kind of take charge attitude. Are we done?
No, I am taking charge right now and telling you that it is not okay with us. Okay, bye.
Do you remember when Leonard tries to take charge about that person that was coming to interview them? Might have been about Howard or something. When she was coming in, she was questioning them all, and he kind of went all confident and took his glasses off, and I'm going to pick you up at 8. Do you remember? That was interesting. He got full-on confident there. However, is it snaky or not from Sheldon? I don't know. I kind of feel like it is a bit snaky, to be honest. Like, he reached out to them, so he done that willingly on his own without telling these guys behind their backs to give them information, and now he's been brought on. You know what I mean? Like, I would say that's pretty snaky from him.
I just got your text. Everything okay?
Yeah, there's just something I need to ask you.
Bernie, I'd be thrilled.
It's not be my birth coach.
That hurts, but luckily I know how to breathe through it.
I need you to find out if Ruchi's trying to steal my projects at work while I'm on bed rest.
And if she is up to anything, what are you gonna do?
Nothing. I'll just calmly talk to her and explain there are certain boundaries that need to be respected.
Look at that monotone.
Your saying sounds nice, but the way you're saying it is causing my testicles to take cover in my abdomen.
Hey, we talked to Colonel Williams.
He told us everything.
So, can we do this another time? Amy's just about to realize she wants to watch a Hulk marathon.
The communication system was based on our guidance system.
And sonar is based on bats. You don't see them hanging upside down in a patent attorney's office.
I'd like to think that you're just like Tesla, but the truth is, you're exactly like Edison.
You take that back.
No, he's right. You are a bully, a credit hog, and a self-promoter. And if anyone around here is like Tesla, it's us.
Yeah.
You are building on their work and taking the credit for it. That's a classic Edison move.
If I'm Edison and you love me, then what does that say about you?
I honestly don't know.
Okay, well, I have to Google some stuff about Mrs. Edison. I'll be right back.
Like, honestly, the way that they've explained it, first of all, I don't know much about even Thomas Edison or, is it Nikola Tesla? To be honest, you know, the first time I heard Tesla was the car. I'm not going to lie. Never really done anything to do with science in my school. I'm not even joking. I think the closest thing we ever done is got like a Bunsen burner out and maybe to burn something. I don't even know. Honestly, didn't even do science. So, like I said, watching this, that's why, I'm not going to lie, a massive reason why I never actually watched this show is because I thought it was going to be all about science and all this stuff that I couldn't understand. But watching it, you know, there is stuff. A lot that I don't understand, but it is more just generic, and you can obviously just bounce off it and riff. But their examples, what they said, is that Nikola Tesla made something, and then Thomas Edison come and kind of like took all the credit and hogged it and changed it, and like that's the same as them. They come up with a system, and then he's gone, I can do this, this, and this based on that system, and I'm going to have all the credit. Do you know what I mean? And I think it's interesting. They've used kind of like an example of real life and implemented it in themselves, and I'm kind of on Leonard's side, if I'm being totally honest. You know, I feel like, yeah, all right, you might have come up with a design and a guidance thing, and he could have presented it But why can't he present it as a trio, as a team, as the people that was there working for them before? Why have to do it themselves solely as Sheldon Cooper? Do you know what I mean? That's where I think that he's done wrong.
I don't think what they called you is the point here.
Oh, yeah? Well, how would you feel if I called you the name of a neuroscientist you didn't like?
Do you know the name of any neuroscientist? Not me.
Then no. Do you think I'm like Edison? You're right. I care too much about other people's feelings. It's always been my fatal flaw.
Sheldon, I don't think...
No, now, Amy, I'm growing as a person.
Put it there, buddy.
I am not fist bumping you after we have sex.
How's work?
Oh, great. With Bernadette gone, I'm getting to handle all her projects.
Well, she's not gone. She'll be back soon.
Not too soon, let's hope.
Wow, she's told you that out of the blue?
Yeah, we had just made love. It was so beautiful. I asked her about work, and she just admitted she has her eyes on Bernadette's projects.
I have to say something to Bernie.
I don't know. If I do that, she's gonna confront Ruchi, and then Ruchi's gonna stop sleeping with me.
Raj, you can't go on sleeping with a woman who's trying to screw over your friend.
Can't or must?
Also was pretty smart using our quantum technology as the basis for a communication system.
Be even better if we swapped out the helium for xenon.
Instead of having to keep it at negative 271 degrees, you'd only have to keep it at negative 108. It would be way more efficient.
Tell Sheldon.
You're an idiot! We don't tell Sheldon. We
You
go
go
to
to-
the military
yeah.
behind his back and we screw him like he screwed us.
Yeah, all right, you're right. We don't need him. We can do this all on our own.
Do you think you can do the math?
No.
I talked to Ruchi and found out what's going on at work.
So is she trying to steal my projects?
No, not trying to. Sounds like it's a done deal. Here, have a brownie.
I never would have undermined a coworker.
What? Oh, please. What about that guy, Eric, who you told it was bring your cat to work day when you knew your boss had asthma?
That was just a hilarious prank that ended with me getting a corner office.
Apart from radiant skin and luxuriously thick hair, hypocrisy.
It is thick.
I just need to use the cross section to calculate the probability of the interaction. Why don't you one get me a can of Pringles?
What's Kripke doing here?
Well, he's just helping us develop a better, more efficient neutrino comm system that we're going to pitch to the military, making yours obsolete.
Yeah, Leonard thought of it. It's genius.
Oh, thanks. You see, instead of using liquid helium...
Don't in it.
Fine. Good luck to you. The military's already interested in my system, and my math is worked out. His still has a big gap in it. There.
Hey, gotta play dirty. That's good.
Can I ask you a question? Does a drug still count as an antidepressant if its number one side effect is uncontrollable weeping?
No, I always feel better after a good cry.
To ask Bernadette, but she's not answering any of my texts.
Yeah, listen, I think she might be a little threatened by you.
Did she say something to you?
Well, kind of. But it's okay, she's just hormonal. And don't worry, I stood up for you.
I don't need you to stand up for me. You're not my boyfriend.
Truth is, we're in a relationship, okay? And you're gonna have to figure out some way to deal with it. I can't believe she dumped me.
I know, I was gonna say kicking him out.
Based on Kripke's calculations, I think this is going to work. Maybe we should pitch it to Colonel Williams today.
Congratulations are in order. You set out to destroy me, and you achieved your goal.
What are you talking about?
The military canceled my project because they're going with yours.
Oh, Kripke's gone behind their
We
back.
haven't even pitched it yet.
What's up, fellas?
Did you screw us over?
Ooh, I can't tell you that. Classified.
It's all your fault.
No, it's your fault. If you would have come to us in the beginning, none of this would have happened.
You know, maybe you're all more like the guy who didn't invent the electric car and less like the guy who didn't invent the light bulb.
She's right. Maybe we're all a bunch of Teslas after all.
Didn't Tesla die penniless, forgotten, and insane?
He did fall in love with a pigeon.
Well, if we're gonna call Tesla crazy for loving something small and unappealing, might as well put Penny in a padded cell right now.
The thing is, right, whose fault was all that? It was Sheldon's, you know. Amy just said, it's all your fault, you all done these things. Nah, mate, all that stemmed from Sheldon. One, being selfish, because he come up with an idea and instead of pitching it to his team, his friends, the people that actually brought him on the original idea, he wasn't even part of it. You know, Leonard come up with kind of theory, Howard kind of like solved it, and then he brought him in, and then kind of got him to do the math, you know what I mean? It was a team effort, a three, and then obviously they've gone through, got rid of the idea. He's come up with a new one. You would have pitched it to the team and gone together him as a unit, you know, united front, and he's done it in singularly himself, and he's done it because, well, one, it might be just because he's naive and not really thought about anything. Do you know what I mean? Because we know Sheldon, and sometimes he don't think of other people. He just thinks about what's right in front of him straight ahead. But another plausible, theory could be that he's just thinking about all the credit that he can get himself. You know what I mean? And can you then blame the reaction of Leonard and obviously Howard trying to knock him kind of off that pedestal? Do you know what I mean? Like, the fact is, obviously, because it's their idea slash, theory, invention, whatever you want to call it, and they're going to not get any credit while Sheldon runs away with it, they gonna then put all their time and effort into something to kind of get one step up. And I don't actually blame them for that. And, it might be Amy saying that all of them have got kind of the same role to play and they're all to blame, but I actually don't. I actually feel like it was all Sheldon's fault, and I can't really blame Howard and, Leonard for trying to get another scientist in to help solve the math so that they can, trump Sheldon. It's just unlucky that that person is technically another Sheldon, who wants to get all the credit and all the glory for themselves. So, at the end of the day, Sheldon made his own bed and he has to lie in it. And it would have been good to carry on with the guidance system and all this stuff. But no, we're back to we're back to top secrecy and, no work with the military, basically. Okay, so that's going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hope the guys enjoyed it. So after me saying, oh, maybe Raj is going to, be in a relationship. We're in season 11 and maybe we go to the next season with him finally going to be an established, relationship with a partner and obviously end the show out on a happy note. Looks like the next episode he's being kicked out. You know what I mean? Like, to be honest, he was kind of sticking up for his friend as well, in a way. He wasn't really being kind of, I don't know, too, well, I wouldn't say forceful, but too involved as well. He basically just said, look, Bernadette kind of finding out that you was working on the projects, and she kind of like insinuated that she wasn't really happy about it, but don't really worry because like I defended you, and just basically said that, there's no malicious kind of things that are kind of going on. Nothing really bad that he said there. You know what I mean? It's not too deep. He's not really acting in a boyfriendy way. He's just kind of talking in just a morally, helpful, generic, friendly way. Do you know what I mean? To try and kind of diffuse the situation. And she's obviously come out, got on the defensive. It is true, though. She was going after Bernadette. She was loving it. Do you know what I mean? Her absence is opened the door for her to step in, and she's going to try and take a corner office and all the, her research and take the glory for herself as well. Do you know what I mean? So Bernadette did have a little nagging feeling that on her shoulder there, saying that she needs to look into it, and Raj done it, and it was confirmed, and the situation's kind of getting addressed now. And he said that, look, we're in a relationship regardless of how you feel, and it's time that you accept it. And she's not accepted it. Ever since she was kind of introduced, I think from the first moment that we met her, she said that she was looking for nothing serious. She just moved here, she just needed a few friends, and obviously it's kicked him out of the bed, and now he's obviously tail between his legs back in with Bernadette. Now, it's going to be testing to see if that's the end of her character, if we progressively see more. I'll be a little bit upset that she's been introduced a little bit and kind of brought some sort of story towards Raj, for it to just end just like that off a kind of minor situation in terms of them in a relationship kind of point of view. But every story's got to run its course, and obviously got to give it time as well. So I'll give it a couple of episodes and see how we go. Thanks for checking out today's though. If you do enjoy it, please smash like, it really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.